Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Destination Venus here under the stairs at Harrogate's Everyman Cinema. It is time for part 4 of What's on the Rack. This is Reggie's rundown of What's on the Rack for New Comic Day, 28th of June 2023. We so far have gone all the way from 007 to the Riddler, and we're staying in the Batverse with Tim Drake Robin issue 10. New artist on the interiors. One which I personally prefer, that obviously is a matter of taste. What really matters though, always, are Tim's adventures. And we are getting into something with Tim now. Tim Drake, easily of course my favourite Robin, so I'm a little bit biased. And speaking of characters I'm very, very biased about, She-Hulk hits issue 14, still wrapped in these glorious Jen Bartel covers, but now still also with the great interior art as well. And Shulky's adventures continue as she tries to walk the line between being a lawyer and being a superhero. It's hard. Speaking of people who are trying to walk the line between their everyday life and their superhero identity, Silk continues with issue 2 of the current run of Silk. Cindy Moon continues to try and balance out her various responsibilities. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man hitting issue 28. I think this is the end of this particular story arc. A story arc, I will be honest, I am not sorry to see the back of, but it does boast some marvellous interior art, so there is at least that. Then we have Starstorm, the savage strength thereof, hitting issue 2. Nice steel grey cover, and I'm warming to the interior art. I was not actually a big fan. I thought initially it was a bit flat. I'm beginning to see how it's being used to aid the storytelling. I'm seeing the dynamism in it now. So Drew Craig and Jason Feinstein knocking it out of the park there. Then we have a bunch of Star Wars. Let's tackle these together. We have Star Wars Dr. Aphra hitting issue 33. Two other fairly familiar characters on that cover. And Darth Vader continues his black, white and red odyssey. Both fine examples of Star Wars comics and fine additions to the Star Wars universe. Then we have Storm hits issue 2 of her own series. It's been far too long since Storm had her own book. Lots of action, lots of stuff going on, most of which revolves around Storm being awesome. Then we have the Summoner's War Awakening hitting issue 3 as we continue the computer game fuel adventures there. Thor hits issue 35, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles continue their Saturday morning adventures. And seriously, if you don't remember the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, you must remember the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Seriously? This again is a continuation of those Saturday morning cartoons, which I believe were on a Friday afternoon in the UK, if my memory serves me right. And we're staying with the anthropomorphism, and indeed the Turtles, as a slightly different version of the Turtles teams up with Usagi Yojimbo for one of the greatest anthropomorphic personification team-ups there has ever been. Stan Sakai and Hi-Fi Design absolutely knocking it out of the park there. And then we are into the last 3 issues of the rack this week. We have Vanish, issue 8. Magic, mayhem, and above all, darkness. As the advantage there continues from Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. The Warlock Rebirth continues, hitting issue 3. Oh, and I can't count, there's actually 2 more, not 1. The World Tree, again from the mind of James Tynion, hits issue 3. This has been a This has been a stunning book, but it's by James Tynion, so of course it has. And then finally, the last comic in the roundup, X-Men Before the Fall, The Heralds of Apocalypse, issue 1. Yes, it's another X-Men event book. What can I do? I can't stop them. They keep making them. And actually, this one's pretty good. So, you know, there's that. Far too complicated to summarise though. So you'll just have to come in and take a look at Al Ewing's epicness. And that's it. We also have a bunch of graphic novels and collections that have hit. If you're looking for Death Note issue 2, that is now in. Philadelphia Volume 5 has landed, as has the collection of Giga, the collection of Trojan, which I have thoroughly been looking forward to. I obviously read it in single issues because it's mythy and fantasy-like, and you know, I'm weak for that kind of stuff. And I know some of you have been waiting. The hardcover of Volume 3 of the current run of Grayson, The Battle for Bloodhaven's Heart, is also in. All of that here, right now, under these very stairs at Harrogate's Everyman Cinema. Come down and see us. We are open Wednesday, Thursday and Friday from 1 p.m. till 5:30 p.m. and on Saturdays, because for some reason I like to get up early on the weekend, between 11 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. If you can't make it down in person, we understand. Life is busy. Check us out online. We are open 7 days a week, 365 days of the year at www.destinationvenus.co.uk. We do, I admit, struggle to keep the website completely updated, but if you can't see what you're looking for there, just email us, info@destinationvenus.co.uk, and we will sort you out. Okay, that's it for this week. We'll be back next week with more great comics on the rack. Until then, be kind to yourself, be kind to absolutely everybody else, and above all else, love comics. We'll see you soon.